Welcome to the Positively You podcast. I'm your host, Jessie Larson, and I'm passionate about helping you shift the way you think so you can create a life you're absolutely obsessed with. Each week, I'll be bringing you a guest or a thought that's going to help you feel more optimistic and equipped to take real action. Get ready to push past limiting beliefs, ditch that negativity, and start showing up as the best and most positive version of you. Girl, let's do this. And we are back with another episode of the Positively You podcast. As always, I'm Jessie, and I am so happy you pushed play today and that we have a little bit of time to hang out together. So I want to talk about a conversation that I had in my DMs the other day. And it's really funny. A lot of my ideas or the thoughts come from real conversations that I have with you and with friends in my real life and, you know, on Instagram and in the DMs and in comments and stuff, because that's where our conversations about our real life are happening. And a lot of times there's some really good insight that I feel shouldn't just be a two-way or a one-way conversation, that it should be one between all of us. So this episode was sparked by a DM I got a couple of weeks ago that I have really been thinking about and diving into and kind of wondering about it. So let's get into what it was. So this summer has been a lot. I thought that I was going to walk into summer and it was going to be easy breezy and I had a handle on it, and it has kind of rocked my world a little bit. For background, I have the funnest part-time job ever. I get to work for the Utah Jazz, which means that every single home game is a night that I work. And it is so much fun to go and to be able to be in the arena. And I'm a huge Jazz fan, a huge basketball fan. So it is the best ever. But it has been playoffs going into the summer. And it's never been playoffs this late in the summer before. But because of COVID and everything, schedules are all crazy. So the fun thing with playoffs is that you don't know your schedule because it's totally dependent on when you win, when you lose, who else has won and lost, and all of the things. So my schedule going into summer was a little bit up in the air, just not knowing what nights I was going to be home and what nights I was going to be gone, and all of those things. So that added a level of just stress and a little extra to those first couple of weeks of summer. And you know, with doing that and having my podcast and working on my website redesign and getting ready to launch officially my course. There was a beta group that went through it a couple of months ago and they gave me some great feedback. We tweaked a couple of things and it's almost ready for you. So all of that to say, I have felt very busy, very overwhelmed, and I also have on, you know, the back of my mind that this is summer. This is the time that my kids are home and I need to be with my kids. You have that, like, I hate the phrase because I feel like it instills this sense of urgency and fear in you, but you only have 18 summers with your kids. You know, I had that kind of in the back of my mind being like, I've only got this, which again, I hate being motivated by fear, but that is another conversation for another time. So I started when I was doing fun things with my kids and, you know, posting about them on Instagram or whatever, I would say, I'm fun mom today, or I did fun mom and neglected all of this because I was fun mom today. And I had posted a couple different times when we had gone either swimming or we had done hiking or we'd gone to lagoon and done different things, that I was fun mom, and kind of like tongue in cheek and joking around, you know, with a picture of my laundry pile because I was fun mom today. I didn't get to this or whatever. And really, honestly, just, I don't know why I was posting it, but I got a DM from someone who was asking a very kind and genuine question and not wanting to offend me at all, which I won't be offended because, number one, being offended is your choice. And I'm choosing to believe the best out of every single person that ever wants to DM me or ask a question, that it comes from a place of being kind. And if it's not, then that's on you and not on me. And you can be an unkind person if you want. So anyway, I got this DM and it just said, hey, I want to ask you a question. Why the fun mom title all the time? Can't we just be moms? Why do we have to, like, what is this? What's this title all about? And I kind of was like, I don't actually know. So I wrote her back and I was like, that's a good question. And I don't have a good answer for you right now. So let me think on it. And so I did. I kind of started marinating with that thought and thinking about it a little bit. And, kind of going back and forth with her. And she said, just maybe it's me. I'm weird about titles. I don't, want to have to put this added pressure on ourselves that we have to be like this or be the fun mom or be this mom or whatever, which I totally get. And it's not really something that I am about. And so I was kind of like, okay, I'm not about those titles. I'm not about performing and having to, do all of these things to earn my worth, quote unquote. And so it really was a question that got me thinking and really got me asking myself questions with kindness and with curiosity and wanting to be like, okay, where is fun mom coming from? And it's honestly taken me a week or so, but I think I got it. It's not the title of fun mom. It was the intention of being fun mom. Now, let me break it down for you a little bit. And this thought came to me while I was in the shower, like all good thoughts do. That's where like literally all of the good thoughts are. And then you get out and you're like, wait, what happened? Where did all those good thoughts go? So I'm literally sitting here. My hair is still wet recording this podcast because the thought is going to leave. But it came to me that it wasn't the title. It wasn't like I'm fun mom or I'm clean mom or my whatever title you want to slap on or label or whatever. It was that day, that was my intention. My intention was not to get work done. It was not to have a clean house. It was not to focus on others or get lists done or prepare the best dinner or whatever. My intention and my focus on that day was being present with my kids and being fun with them and not just showing up and not just like doing the fun things for them and taking them places. It was actually putting out that intention that today I want to have fun with my kids. Today I'm going to jump in the water. I'm not just going to sit by the pool. We're going to make memories. We're going to have fun. We're going to laugh together. We're going to joke together. And so it wasn't that I needed this title that day of fun mom. It was that I realized that as their mom and as a human being and as a woman, I have a ton of different hats and a ton of different responsibilities. And the reality of it is that I cannot do all of the things all of the time. Something has to drop. If you try to multitask and try to be all of the things to every person all of the time, you are going to burn out. You're going to feel so dang resentful. And so it's more about focusing. And some days fun mom is not the intention. It's not the focus. Some days it is, I am solely focused today on the home because I have to get this running better. So today is, my intention is getting systems in place, making sure that they're actually working for us, revamping ones that don't so that we can get this home running more efficiently. Sometimes that's my purpose. And I can't do that effectively if I'm also trying to be like entertaining my kids and doing all the fun things all the time for them. And so for me, it was a way to, I tied a little bit of it to feeling guilty because I was like, am I working too much? Am I ignoring them? Am I on my phone too much? And so I was like, okay, I'm fun mom today. So yeah, sure. Maybe it was giving myself a little bit of a pride boost or a little bit of a look at me. I'll own that. I will own up to like patting myself on the back. But when I really get down and think about it, it comes down to what the intention was. And the intention was I wanted to be fun with my kids that day. And so if you ever find yourself, I don't even know, like I said, this was just a conversation that we had and something that I have been thinking about. Because as moms, we feel this pressure. Part of that question was saying, like, I wonder if we just put these titles on ourselves and we add pressure when we don't need to add pressure. Like, there's no winning. And like, do dads feel this pressure? Do other people feel this pressure, right? Just trying to find a balance in life, right? Of making joys out of the simple things in life, or feeling like we have to like constantly go above and beyond. And it wasn't about that. It wasn't about needing to put this title on myself and be like, I am the best fun mom ever. It was more the intention. It goes back to the intention and what my focus was that day. Sometimes it's the podcast. Sometimes it's getting a lot of work done. Sometimes my focus is really diving in and thinking about what you need and how it can help and serve you. Other times my focus is solely on my marriage and my partner and figuring out how I can be the best wife possible that day because my marriage needs to be poured into. Sometimes my focus is 100% me. It is a self-care day. It is working out. It is feeding myself, hydrating myself. And so, like I said, you cannot do all of the things all of the time for all of the people. But you can find a focus, find an intention, and go all in on that day. And it doesn't mean that everything else has to drop. But multitasking is just a way when you're trying to do all the things and trying to juggle all the balls, you're doing a half-assed job at all the things. So why not go all in on one and rotate through those? I don't know. Take it for what it's worth. It was a question that sparked me questioning myself, getting really curious about what my motives were and what was kind of going on behind it. Thank you for hanging out with me again today. I'm so glad you pressed play. If you want to take a quick second to share this episode with someone you think would love it too, that would be amazing. If you're loving the show, make sure you go and leave a review on iTunes. Reviews are like magic for podcasts, and your review will help get this show into the ears of more amazing women just like you. And come find me over on Instagram. I'm there at positively.jessie, and I cannot wait to hang out with you some more. So until next time, have an amazing week.